of the worst fires in New Zealand's history totally destroyed Ballantynes store at Christchurch.
Reminiscing on a day that's been labelled one of the worst fires in New Zealand history. Vera McGregon was one of the lucky ones, managing to escape the burning Ballantynes building.
It was very frightening, and we were told that we must go home.
At 17 years old, Rena McGregon watched in horror as the blaze engulfed the building, unaware her family were trapped inside.
The fire started and of course went out and watched it, never knowing my father was there. And he went 2 days a year to do the annual audit, and that was one of them. And he was with my cousin Mawson.
Not finding out until later that night if her father had escaped.
And then waiting to see if he got out. It was just awful. Really was dreadful. Tremendous strain on my dear mother.
In 1947, the blaze that engulfed the Ballantynes department store 67 years ago was remembered almost 7 decades on today.
May he bring you home rejoicing once again into your doors.
This repaired memorial commemorating the lives lost in the deadly fire.
To see people who were, children at that time, who lost relatives, loved ones, some people lost their auntie, lost their partner, daughter, So you just see people still wanting to have a place to come.
The site was badly damaged in the 2011 quakes, with several of the pillars falling. This reconstructed memorial, rebuilt with the help of donations and a $71,000 lottery grant.
The fact that the council dedicated this memorial garden that has each of the names in a plaque attached to a single rose bush, and I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Today, dozens paid tribute and marked their respects for the lives lost in one of Christchurch's darkest days. Starting in the cellar, more than 200 firefighters helped fight the blaze, going up in flames just 2 years after the war and 2 days before Queen Elizabeth's wedding.
It just changed in a moment with the blaze, sort of basically exploding, and really, sort of people stood there in quiet and just watched, the frantic efforts to try and save lives.
At the time, more than 300 were employed at Ballantynes. For those who were in the building, the memory of that day is still vivid. And for those who witnessed the blaze, the memory of the flames is never forgotten.
We went into town in their 1932 Chev, parked in the square near the cathedral, and we were standing watching the flames and the smoke down Colombo Street, and the 3-storey building was just a sheet of orange.
This rebuilt memorial giving back a place for loved ones to come and remember those who didn't make it home from work that day. Emma Cropper, CTV News.